Good afternoon. My name is Michael Hunter Talon, and today we're going to be talking about my innovation, Playmaker, the championship playmaking app. So imagine it's Monday. It's Monday of rivalry week. And you know this team's tough, right? There's a lot on the line, city bragging rights, and the trophy. And you know this team's tough, right? They're good. We're good. But we need a little sizzle this week. We need to bring a little something special, something extra. And we go to look for it in our file cabinet. We go to look for it in the boxes of notebooks we have. We can't find it. That special trick play that we had drawn up 2 years ago. That ISO that we thought would work really good against this team 2 years ago when they had a little different personnel, but it's the same system. So this innovation that I'm presenting for you today, coaches, Playmaker, is something special to my heart, right? It's something that came into my mind when at Roosevelt we were playing a team that we had just previously played the week before. See, what had happened is we were both playing for the league championship of a regular season. It was week 8. There was a lot on stake, and we ended up losing. You know, ball doesn't always bounce our way. We know how it goes. Adversity. Hey, it's okay. We get better. Because of that, we had to play the team the following week in the crossover game. Crazy, right? But it happened. And I was like, well, shoot. We threw everything we had in this last game. We were hoping to win the league. Now we got to play them again. They've seen what we got. Man. How am I going to come up with a way, something different, that we're going to beat this team this week? If only I had something that I could just pull up out of the blue. Something I could just pull up from nowhere. Well, I have all these plays in my notebooks that might be good against their 4-3, their 3-3 defense. But which notebook is it in, right? How many notebooks do you got? I got a ton. And I was like, okay, well, what if there was an app that just categorized my doodles? I doodle all the time. I love it. I mean, get the creative juices flowing. I doodle during class. I doodle at home. I doodle on the bus, you know. We're going for a long ride. I'm going to bring a notebook. I'm going to doodle plays. It's cool. I like it. You know, sometimes I don't come up with a good play. Sometimes I make the same play twice. Oh, well, hey, it's what I'm thinking about. And after all these doodles I do, I throw the notebook away, I throw the paper away, it's gone. All those things that I was thinking about when I was 17, 22, in 10 years, they disappear. As soon as I'm done with that play, that page, that notebook, it's gone. And I constantly do this. I do this all the time. I used to. But now we have Playmaker. It's an app that categorizes your doodles. And Playmaker is this innovation, and it's not trying to be like Huddle. Huddle's great. We all use Huddle. Raise your hands for who uses Huddles. Yeah, all of us, right? Literally, all of us use Huddle. It's great. It's fantastic. We can make playbooks on it. I do it, you know. We all do it. We have our playbook. But then what after that, right? Nothing. It's just the playbook set. Cool. There's no innovation in doodling there. It's just that's the playbook the team sees. Well, yeah, we have to have that, of course. But that's not what Playmaker's trying to be. And you know, Huddle, it's great. It has the down and distances another team does. It'll break down their game film for you. It'll break down what they do on 3rd and 12, right, in the red zone in the 4th quarter. It tells you what they like to do from the left hash. You know, maybe this is an ISO team that runs a lot of boot out of the left hash, and right hash, they run a bunch of ISO to the field. Huddle will do that. We're not trying to be Huddle. We're trying to be our own innovation. Playmaker is the innovation. It's the championship playmaking app. And it's not Huddle. It's not your other playbook apps, right? Playbook, it's a good app. You know, PYF coaches, Peninsula youth football coaches use it because it's an easy app for them to make their playbooks with. They don't have huddle, they don't need it. But they still gotta come up with a playbook. Great. You know what the problem with those apps are? They're difficult. They're hard to use. You got all these different subscreens. Oh, gotta draw motion. Oh, I gotta dragon players. Right? That takes time. It takes hours to learn. And another thing these apps do poorly is save. I have read so many reviews of, I spent 6 hours, 8 hours making this playbook, learning how to use it. And then in the end it froze my computer and I lost everything. Right? All of that thought that person was putting into their place is gone. Just like when I throw away my notebook, just gone. And I hate it. I hated it. Right? And we gotta play the same team twice? Oh, don't worry, I got this. I already have something that I did 8 months ago that I thought about during the summertime. And it's going to work perfect against their 4-4, right? It's going to put that back linebacker in a pickle. He's either going to choose the tight end or he's got to go play running back, right? We're going to capitalize on that. They didn't see it last week. This is something new that I pulled out of Playmaker. We know, though, as coaches, it's not easy. It's not easy to innovate. We're constantly in a state of innovation. If you're not, you're going to lose. You're going to get surpassed by the next guy. We're continually working on our craft, getting better, getting innovative. Well, Playmaker is the app for you. Knowing that, we know that there's going to be struggles, right? It's not always easy. We come through trials, we come through tribulations, and that's life, man. That's football, that's adversity. We got to deal with it. I hope you preach it to your kids every day. I preach to my kids every day. Hey, we're going to get through adversity, right? Championship mentality. It doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter what quarter, we're going to fight, we're going to win. Even with that, sometimes we get down. Luckily for me, in my area of innovation, I was able to lean back on some people. Kozenstein talks about the ability to roll with the punches. Hey, I do that to my players all the time, and if I don't have somebody telling me that, it's not easy. Well, I was able to fall back on these guys, these great writers of innovation. And what does it mean to roll with the punches? Hey, it means we're going to hit that adversity head on, we're going to keep going, we're going to be okay, right? And that's football, that's life. But, once again, we need those great mentors. And in innovation, it was a new area for me. So I had to find mentors. Speaking of mentors, Peter Drucker. You guys should get to know him. Fantastic about innovation. He talks about all these specific things you got to do to be a great innovator, but I think the ones that boil down best for us is innovation is work, right? Football is work, life is work, coaching is work, coming up with plays is work. Well, we got to get through that. It takes a long time to come up with good innovations. Well, that's what Playmaker is. It's that doodling process that's going to lead to that championship play. Right? It's that bright idea. Peter Drucker also talks about that. The bright idea, something that hasn't been done before. Playmaker is something different. It's something very unique. We're not trying to be huddle. We're not trying to create playbooks. We want to categorize your plays. We want to categorize your doodles so when it's week 13, you're in the quarterfinals, you're playing that team that beat you earlier in the league, earlier in the year. Well, you got that something you can pull out of your back pocket. Because you drew it 2 years ago. You drew 2 years ago and you didn't know you had it until you were scrolling through your little Playmaker and you found it again. And you're like, geez, that's exactly what we need. Well, that's what Playmaker is. Lastly, speaking on the people who help me with the innovation process, something that's very key is to make sure that you're focused the whole time. And once again, that's football, right? Short-term goals to get long-term accomplishments. Small battles, big victories. So we got to be clear, we got to be focused, and we got to keep our eye on the prize. The eye on the prize in this instance for me was Playmaker, the Championship Innovation app, right? It's something different, something never done before. But it's going to be something that's going to help you as much as it helped me. So let's talk about the specifics of the app for a second, before we get into it. So what Playmaker's trying to do is it's trying to be simple. All it uses is drop-down screens on the right. You can just click on them. You just click on them, Or you can click on Doodle. What do we do with Doodle? Obviously, we're just doodling our plays, and all the app does is just record it for you. As soon as you draw it, it saves it. As soon as you're done with that play, you click Doodle, it'll save it for you. And you don't need to tell it where to go. The app knows what wing tee is. It knows what trap is. It knows what 2x2 is. It knows what 3x1 is. It's easy. It's there, right? This app, like I said, very simple. Very simple to use. We're not trying to make you spend hours learning it. The interface is simple. It's quick. That's innovation, and that's what we're trying to be. We're trying to be innovative, right, coaches? We gotta be moving all the time. Well, this app is gonna help you with that. This app is great because it's gonna do a fantastic job about saving your stuff. We're not gonna be losing it because somehow, some way, our system bugged out and it didn't get saved on the computer. On this app, it gets saved instantly. So if you forget to save, it doesn't matter. The app already saved it for you. And once again, we're just categorizing your doodles. We're just categorizing your plays. It's simple. It's great. This app isn't Huddle, right? We're not trying to be other apps. We're not trying to be playbooks. We're just trying to save your plays. We're just trying to help you remember what you were thinking about against the 4-3. And when you draw it up, you forget about it, you come back to it in 6 months, and you're like, wow, that was fantastic. We're not digging through drawers of files. We're not digging through a bunch of pages to find that play. It's at our fingertips, saved on our devices. Specifically, Playmaker is designed for tablets, mostly because the interface is better. A little bit bigger, a little easier to work with, but I'm going to show it for you on my phone today. Because, hey, this is the 21st century, you forget your tablet, you're on the bus, you just come up with a great play that you were thinking, well great, this will save it for you. We can do it on our phone. It's easy, it's fantastic. So let's go over it, right? I go on my phone, I click on it, so now we're in doodle mode on the app. And I was like, I really liked the ISO stuff. So how are we going to draw it up today? Okay, I'm going to put my center in. I'm going to put in some guards, obviously, my tackles. I'll put a tight end on the right. Let's go flanker left. Okay, I like that. I think we can work with that. Quarterback under center. And let's put a tailback about 5 yards behind him. You know what? Shoot, we already have the wing tee drawn up, right? Let's just draw a wing tee play. So what am I thinking? Maybe I'll put a down block by the center and the guard. We'll combo. Let's do tackle's going to climb to backer. Let's pull the right guard around and have him kick out. And let's have tight end. He's going to go through. He's going to try to pick up safety on the backside because we're not worried about that backside linebacker. He's going to get fooled by the misdirection. We're going to send halfback, fullback toward him. We're going to bring the wing back through. And hey, that's a pretty good looking ISO play. I like it. Alright, we'll think about it. Well, now imagine it's 6 months from now. It's a year from now. It's week 13, right? We're playing the state championship next week. We just got done. Oh man, that team's a 4-3 team. Oh, what are we going to do against the 4-3? Oh, I know. I'll turn to Playmaker. I did something against the 4-3 a while ago, and I liked it. I really thought it was going to work. So let's go. Okay. We're going to go offense. So we click on the offense interface, right? Very simple. Just two little subscreens. Click offense. Perfect. Okay. Now let's see here. What do I want to do against that 4-3? Do I want to do pro? Not so much. Or the pistol? Maybe not today. Let's work out something else. Shotgun? No. Let's go to wing T. I remember that wing T play I drew 6 months ago that I really liked. Let's go to wing T. Alright, what are we going to do with wing T? Alright, we're going to power? No. I don't think power is too good against it. What about counter? I don't like the counter as much as well. Well, what about play action? They send a lot of pressure, so maybe play action isn't what we want to do. You know what? I think I was watching their film. They got a weak side backer. They got a weak side backer. Let's go ISO against them. Let's see if that backside backer can get over and play. So let's click on it. We click on ISO, and we scroll through. Oh, there it is. Wing T ISO 7. I drew it 6 months ago. Same play. Wow. I think they'll get misdirection off of that pullback. We're going to pull the wing through and look it off to the races. Because that weak side Sam, he's pretty bad. He is pretty bad. That's the guy we're going to pick on. Huh. And it was easy. All I did was pull it up on my phone, right? Or my tablet. We're not digging through file cabinets anymore. We're not going through notebooks that we're not even going to save because we don't need all that clutter, right? We got it on our phone, we got it on our tablet, it's saved. Our doodles now, we can pull up a year from now, 10 years from now, see what we were thinking about when we were 18, when we were 25, when we were 35, when we had 4 state championships and now we're 48, right? We have that all down. And that's Playmaker. It's there to help you get shifts. It's there to help you get shifts, right? And you can't tell me there's not a single coach in this room, excuse me, who doesn't want to win a state championship, doesn't want to win a national championship, right? Doesn't want to get that league title. You don't want to win Friday night? Huh. Well, Playmaker is that innovative app. It's that innovation that's going to help get you there. Remember, we're just categorizing doodles. We're not trying to be anything like Huddle. We're not trying to be a playbook, right? All we want to do is help you remember what you were thinking about. Because you can't always just come up with a perfect play on the top of your head, right? You don't know when that bright idea is going to hit you, that special trick play. But we always have our phone with us. We always have our tablet. We see it. Oh, we can put it in Playmaker. We can doodle it real quick. Now when I go to that Dogs game, right, and I see them throw a pass to the tight end after they've thrown it to the flats first, they do a double pass, hey, I can write that down instantly. I don't have to remember it because the app remembers for me. And then I can go back and I can look at trick plays. It's innovative. It's great. It's technology. And you know what? If you're not using it, you're going to fall behind. I'd like to say thank you to everybody for listening to my presentation today on Playmaker. I hope you're sold on it. I hope you understand how useful it can be to you in your coaching career. I think that we have something special here. And don't ever forget, go Dogs.